Hey everybody, it's Cory Ballad, and I'm back today, and I'm going to talk about an episode of this show called Rock Legends. First, before I get started, I want you to do all those good things that you do on here: subscribe, um, like the video, comment on the video, share the video on other platforms, subscribe, follow me on other social media, Cory Ballad, and visit my blog, which is corysong.blogspot.com. And I'm here today to talk about this episode of this show called Rock Legends, which is a show that comes on this channel. I think it's a British channel. I started watching it like it was a channel that I stumbled upon, but I think it's a British channel. They mostly have British people on there, I think. It's called Access TV, and they have this show called Rock Legends, which just talks about, it's kind of like a show where they just talk. It's a documentary type of show where they talk about musicians' history. So on this episode, it was about Aretha Franklin, and I did this a while ago. I talked about this on a video before about the unsongs that I did, and I wanted to do some quick bullet points about stuff I had learned on the show because I wanted to do a whole bunch of them really fast during that time period, and I didn't want it to be too long, so I wanted to make the little bullet points that I had really short. So I had wrote down the stuff, and yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. So this episode was about Aretha Franklin, and they did this episode shortly after she passed away. So and that's when I had watched this episode. So just some quick facts about her that I didn't know that I found interesting on this episode. Her father was C.L. Franklin, who was a pastor, and he released some sermons, like he had some recordings as well that he had released of him preaching on Chess Records. That was the first thing. The second thing was that Aretha Franklin had received singing lessons from Dinah Washington, who is a jazz singer. Dinah Washington. And now that I think about it, after I heard this information, I'm not digging my nose. Now that I had heard this information, I could hear Dinah Washington in Aretha Franklin, because I went and listened to some Dinah Washington before, and then I listened to some early Aretha Franklin albums before, so I heard that she sang like Dinah Washington somehow, some way, a little bit. Aretha's first album was released when she was 14 years old. I didn't know that. Number 4, she got a star on the Aretha Franklin. She got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1979, which was unusual at the time for a musician. I didn't know that. I guess it was only for like actors and stuff. I didn't think about that. So she was one of the first musicians to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Okay, that's really good. Okay, next thing was Luther Vandross produced the Jump To It album. I didn't know that. He produced, after I had saw this information, I saw that I think he produced another album by her. And Luther was he produced a lot of stuff, which I knew somewhat of, because I knew that he had produced some stuff for Whitney Houston before and stuff like that. So he produced that album. I didn't know that. That was interesting. Next thing, Aretha Franklin, she was the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then the final two things that I had were, she sang at Martin Luther King's funeral and at Barack Obama's presidential inauguration. And Rolling in the Deep cover, the song by Adele, Rolling in the Deep, she covered that on her album. Her last album that she did, where she had covered a whole bunch of things, became her 100th R&B chart entry. So there you have it. Rock Legends, Aretha Franklin. Some interesting facts about that episode. And that's it. So I'll be back later. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe, comment, like, share it. Follow me on social media. and my blog, corysong.blogspot.com. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Dude!